Hello everyone and welcome back. My name is Mr. Kovald, and in this video I'm going to finish up the problem that I left off on, and it's this one right here. So the last one, CH2O. So we left off with the skeletal structure. So we know that the two hydrogens are bonded to the carbon because they follow the carbon. So they bonded to the carbon, so I have them bonded to the carbon. And this oxygen is not bonded to the hydrogens because the hydrogens are already bonded to the carbon and hydrogens can only bond once. So that means the oxygen has to be bonded to the carbon. So here's my skeletal structure. So I have 12 electrons total, so I need to subtract 2 for each bond. So that's 3 bonds, 2 for each bond, that's 6. So I'm going to subtract out 6. So minus 6 gives me 6 electrons left. So now, step three says I add lone pairs to my outer atoms to give them an octet until they are happy, okay, with an octet. Okay, so hydrogen and oxygen are my outer atoms. Hydrogen is happy with only one bond and 2 electrons, so that means that I'm not going to add lone pairs to the hydrogens. And finally, the oxygen needs lone pairs. So I can add 3 lone pairs to the oxygen. That's going to use up my 6 electrons. So now I have 3 lone pairs, 1 bond. So this oxygen is now happy with an octet, but I have to subtract out the 6 electrons that I used, and now I have no more electrons. So at this stage, in step 4 or step 5 or step 4, I would add lone pairs to my central atom, carbon here, but I don't have any electrons left. So I'm going to go to step 5, and that's going to be double check my Lewis dot structure to make sure everyone's happy. Hydrogens are happy with 1 bond, great. The oxygen has an octet with 3 lone pairs and 1 bond, so that's 8 electrons. But notice that carbon only has 3 bonds. That's 6 electrons, so it does not have an octet. So it needs 2 more electrons. But I don't have any more electrons left. So that means I'm going to have to go to step 6, which means I'm going to have to move lone pairs from the outer atom to create a double bond to allow carbon to have 2 more electrons. So I'm going to take 2 electrons from my oxygen, form a double bond. And so now I have carbon with a double bond to the oxygen. I have the hydrogens here on my carbon, and I have 2 lone pairs left on my oxygen. So now you can see that oxygen is still happy with an octet. It's got 2 lone pairs, that's 4. It's got 2 bonds, that's 2 and 2, that's 4, that's a total of 8. And now carbon has 4 bonds, and that's 8 electrons. So now carbon is happy. So this is my Lewis dot structure for CH2O. And so this is what you would write. And again, the honk 1, 2, 3, 4 rule, you can see that hydrogen is happy with 1 bond, carbon is happy with 4 bonds, and now oxygen has 2 bonds and 2 lone pairs. So it fits the bonding pattern of carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. So that's it for these practice problems. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you learned a lot from this. I hope this really helped you with drawing your Lewis dot structures. If you like this video, please like the video. Hit that like button right there. Also, share the video with others. That would help me out a lot. Subscribe to my channel, hit that notification bell right up there so you can be notified by other videos I put out. And put a comment down in the comment section below. Let me know what you think and if you got any questions. Thanks for joining me and have a great day.